Namaskar, friends. Today, through Right Angle, we'll be discussing a political phenomenon or a political theory, and that theory is called divine right to rule. You know, if any of you have studied political science, there's a basic textbook that there are various ways of governing a country, or to put it differently, every country has got a particular type of system through which it is ruled. We have got democratic way of governing ourselves. There are some countries where there is dictatorship or authoritarian rules, like you saw during the times of Hitler and Mussolini, or for that matter during the communist rules of Russia, or for that matter somebody can say the communist rule in China and North Korea, etc., etc. Then there is some sort of system where the religion decides how the country should be run. You have got that example of Iran, and there is a system which was there prevailing in many parts of the world, in many countries, that is called the divine right theory of ruling. And divine right theory of ruling, in this sense, there are kings or badshahs or emperors, and it was said that they have been selected by the divine authorities or the God above to rule over all of you. He can do anything that he likes. Suppose there are laws in the country, the laws are not equal. For instance, the laws that will be applying in your case will not be applied in the case of the kings. The king can do no wrong. I think that is the very simplistic way of putting things. In India, unfortunately, what has happened, and that was the situation before, in this sense, that we became a democratic country. Our constitution is a democratic constitution, but within that, the people who under this democratic system really came to rule, after they came to the power, they themselves, and they created a generation, or rather a system of elites who were not talking of democracy, because after all they came to power through democratic means, but after coming to power once, they perpetuated their way of thinking, their way of rule all over the country. And in the sense that even if India is a democratic country, it will be run in the sense that whatever they will say, the parliament has to pass them to laws. Whatever they will say, the institutions of the country, whether there is the bureaucracy, or that is say the election commission, or for that matter that is judiciary, must do or must behave the way they think so. And they make it pretty clear, even if there are laws, these institutions, including the parliament, will be making or implementing these rules and laws the way they think. It is not that it will be reflective of the majority of the people of this country. And that precisely is the reason why I am giving this burning example of today's case. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified following the court judgment. I am not going into those cases, or rather the merits of the case that the court took into account and arrived at that judicial verdict or decision. But the point is, he is not the only one. There have been quite a few who under the same law have really lost their legislative seats this year, whether it is in Jharkhand, whether it is in Uttar Pradesh. But the same law, that means the same judicial pronouncement on the basis of which if any legislator is convicted criminally for 2 years, automatically his membership comes to a stop, or rather the membership ceases, and he or she is debarred from contesting elections for 8 years. And actually Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav is another big example in this regard. But the point is, when these things happened before, everything was all right. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified today, and the people and this ecosystem, when I am talking of the elites, they talk of it is the black day. Why? Why the rule will be different? Why is he not equal with the rest of the people? If others have lost their legislative seats, why can't Rahul Gandhi under the same law, under the same rule that is prevailing in this country? Are they more than equal? Does he have the divine right to say what laws Parliament will pass, what decision the judiciary, the courts will take, how election commission will be conducting elections? It is their way. As long as the things work out in accordance with their scheme of things, then everything is all right. But if the same principles are applied to them, then the systems have degenerated, the systems have, their autonomy has gone, there is encroachment of everything, and India is no longer a democratic country. What sort of double standard is this? What sort of, why you are so special? Are you the king? My point is this: the kings might have gone, but here is a chap, or here is a gentleman who and his family still consider India to be their private property. I think the people of India today are not prepared to accept this. Thank you.